That looks so cool. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. It's Skyward Storm. In last episode, we came here, we followed Fee all the way over here inside the statue and got the Goddess Sword. This episode, after placing the Emerald Tablet in the stone, we have unlocked something. Until now, a cloud barrier created by the goddess has separated the world you know from the one below. The tablet you placed in the altar has opened a small rift in the barrier. You can use it to travel to the clouds, to the realm below. I've recognized you as my master, and so it is my duty to follow you wherever you may go. I reside within your sword and will accompany you in your travels. Press down to summon me whenever you need my resistance. And yes, Fee is now inside of our sword. Chris, listen a moment. The nature of the great apocalypse mentioned in the old texts is a complete mystery to me. But whatever it turns out to be, it seems that both you and Zelda have big roles to play in the destiny of this land. Just think, if what this Fee says is true, Zelda is alive. Alive, and no doubt coming into terms with whatever it is the goddess has in store for her. Should you heed the call of destiny, I don't know what dangers you may have to face, Chris, especially down there. But if you desire to brave the unknown, please find my daughter and bring her back to me. What we've seen here today defies explanation, but is only the start of your journey. Please see it through and prove the legends true. Okay, it's so much. No way. I understand how you feel, but this is destiny itself calling for you. You must not run from it, Chris. Dawn is drawing near. It's been a long day for both of us, hasn't it? You have a great journey before you, Chris, and those clothes, they don't look up to the task. What do you mean, those are so stylish clothes? I mean, that weird, like, waist belt thing that's bigger than my head? Yeah, so stylish. The uniform you were to receive for winning the race should be ready by now. A sturdy uniform like that will prove much more suitable for a long journey. You'd better change before we go. And yes, so now we're going to get to save. No. After we save, we are going to get our adventure uniform. Yes, in every single Zelda game, Link has a green hat, green tunic. But I think he looks a lot better in this game, just saying. His clothes, they all look more detailed, much more vibrant, stuff like that. That green uniform is what our knights will be wearing this year. To be honest, I've had my doubts about the color. But oddly enough, seeing you wear this uniform, I can't imagine a more fitting color for you. It's as though you were born to wear it. You bet. Looks pretty stylish, actually, not gonna lie. No. Take care on your journey, and be sure to stop by some of the shops at the bazaar here in town to equip yourself properly for the travels ahead. I will return to my quarters and see if I can glean more useful information from the ancient texts. You are always welcome to stop by if you have questions. You and Zelda shall be in my prayers. May the goddess watch over you and guide you both. So yes, we have our... get out of my room! We can't actually swing our sword indoors, but we have our official Zelda uniform. Very nice. Nice, like, khaki pants, high boots. Aw, nothing in here today. Oh well, so now, for the first time since we started this walkthrough, we're actually free to do whatever we want. I'm actually gonna spend this time explaining as I go around town, because... Or talk to Fledge. What's with that weird, like, red makeup on his cheeks? That green uniform looks so adventurous. You should look like a knight now. The headmaster said you're heading out to look for Zelda. You're really something else. I can never imagine myself doing what you're about to do. I put a lot of work into making this. You should take it with you. Oh wait, something important. The adventure pouch. You can store all kinds of useful items in this handy piece of gear. Yep. It's an adventure pouch. It's for adventures. It seemed because you can fit 4 things in it that you'll need on your big journey. You can buy all kinds of stuff at the bazaar that you can put in this pouch. You should go look. You can buy some potions and a shield. They fit in the pouch and they might come in handy on an adventure. Chris, I just know you'll find Zelda for us. Yes, very useful. Now we actually know how Link stores all his things in his adventure pouch. And, what are you gonna say? Hey, I just saw the news. Out of all of us, how come only you got promoted to senior class? Talk about stupid calls. On top of that, Groose won't come out of his room, and Zelda is missing. It's all your fault. Way to go there, buddy. Some senior class guy you are. That voice is so annoying. So let's go outside. In case you were wondering, this is my first run-through of Hero Mode. This is, you could call it a blind walkthrough, even though obviously I've already played the game before, 100%, mind you. But yeah, this is the first time I'm doing Hero Mode, so I don't know what to expect. I don't know exactly how hard it is, but I shouldn't imagine it should be too hard. I heard the news, Chris. Zelda's fallen down through the clouds, and you're going to look for her. Is that right? The headmaster told me there's a land beneath the clouds. Do you know anything about that? So here's the famous sword. Ah, but it won't do much good if you don't have a shield to protect yourself with. Here, take this with you. You got a wooden shield. This light wooden shield breaks easily and can burn, so be careful how you use it. The wooden shield is light and maneuverable, but it's the weakest of all the shields. Also, keep in mind that it's particularly vulnerable to fire. If it breaks, you can buy a new one at the bazaar. To equip the shield, hold minus and point it at the wheel remote. If you're not sure how to use the shield, Knight Commander Igus at the Shrine Hall will happily teach you. So we can go into our gear menu and equip the wooden shield. Yes, in all Zelda games you have a shield, but shield mechanics work a bit differently in this game. As you can see on the top left, you actually have a health bar for your shield if you get hit by it and you don't do special things. Like, I'm not going to explain all this now, but let's just say that your shield can break if it gets hit too much, so you don't want to overuse it. But at the same time, it's very helpful, as we'll see here. Chris, the headmaster told me about Zelda. Poor girl, I'm worried about her. Now, I don't know all the details of what's going on here, but that sword you're carrying isn't from Skyloft. It's an ancient artifact that can only be carried by the Chosen One. And since you happen to be the one carrying it, I guess I can figure out a lot of the rest of this crazy story. You know, Chris, I just wish there was more I could do for you, but I can offer this as a parting gift. Get ready to learn from new moves. It's time to learn the secrets of defense. First, we should start with the basics. Give your nunchuck a shake to take your shield out. Simple stuff, I know, but you need to review the basics. To lower your shield, swing the sword with the Wii remote or press A to put your shield and sword away entirely. Just be careful when trying to attack while on the defensive. Every time you swing your sword, you will move your shield out of the way, lowering your guard. Why don't you try that first? Pachow! Okay. Oh, ready to talk more about the secrets of defense? Practical stuff. Okay, if you ready your shield right before an enemy attacks you, the force from your shield arm will repel the enemy's attacks. That's called a shield bash. Oh, I wasn't really reading the dialogue, I just knew what it was called, but I guess he's telling us. And it will make the enemy recoil, giving you an opening in which to attack. This technique is very useful against enemies who throw weapons at you or just refuse to give you an opening for attack. Yes, it's very, very useful. You will always want to have a shield in this game. Even though it can break, very good to have one. In real battle, pulling off a defensive shield maneuver requires perfect timing. Believe me, you don't want to miss. Why don't you play what you learned to use with that defense practice log? Sure thing. So in the spirit, we can dodge this all like pro. Woo! Yeah. But in the style of what I said earlier, I would compare the Goddess Sword having a hit, saying that it does 1 damage each. Oops. So what you want to do is you want to hit this log and then shield bash it, and it will send it back. And I'm shaking the nunchuck right now, that's how I'm doing it. But if you shake it too early, or if you just like hold it on and don't shake it, it will get damaged. Now when you're practicing, it doesn't really get damaged, but normally you'll get like thrown back and it will get damaged. If you're not Z-targeting, you can only hold your shield up until you swing your sword, or until you jump or roll or do something else. But while you're Z-targeting, you can basically hold it down the whole time until you strike. So it's a really good thing to do, but you want to make sure that you know when your enemy is attacking so that you can time it right with your shield bash. Anyways, I know I'm cutting this short here, but again, still have time limit. I'm going to try to fix that soon. Again, it's just what YouTube does. I don't really know exactly what to do, but hey, our health got restored. That's good. I was on 4 hearts for the longest time. Anyways, I'm just gonna show off Fee. What the? Okay, that's a weird camera glitch. If you face that corner, boom! Okay. Let's see Fee. You call for me, Master, so she can give you your playtime, some advice, or your objective, in case you don't know what to do. She's very helpful in case you don't know what to do. There is a fortune teller in this game, but it's not really useful at all. It's more useful for finding certain objects. So let's see, let's just see advice. There's a sub-menu here, you can see. Let's see a hint. No, a rumor. Again, you can see all these things periodically throughout the game. I'm not going to be really doing it that much, but Beetle's Airshop sells an item called a bug net that will allow you to catch insects. To enter Beetle's Airborne Shop, ring the large bell hanging below the structure. Unfortunately, Master, you don't have the equipment needed. Yeah, we can't go into Beetle's Airshop quite yet, but we will soon. Oh, she's talking to me again. I have an update regarding the stone tablet and the resulting column of light it created. A column of light has appeared to the south of our location, and signs indicate that it has created an opening in the cloud barrier to the land below. I must also caution you that the descending to the surface, armed with only a sword, would result in the decreased probability of survival. If you have not already done so, I advise you to purchase a shield and potions at the bazaar in preparation for your journey. Well, we already have a shield, so we don't need to buy one, but she's right. Another subject to discuss, Master. Once you are accustomed to the controls, you are free to modify the on-screen interface. On the gear screen, select the interface to change the on-screen display to suit your preferences. Yes, we can change the interface. As you can see right now, it's quite clunky. You know, you can see everything. It's clogging up the screen. But, you know, obviously I've memorized the interface, so I know exactly what to look for. But later on, I'll gradually move into it. There's 3 levels. There's, like, really quick. There's Standard, which looks like that. Light, which is where you don't see the Wii remote icon, just little buttons on the side. And then Pro, which is what I usually use when there's nothing there at all. Basically, when you know what to do and you've memorized everything. So, that's going to be all for this episode. Let me turn my interface back so you guys can all get used to it, to Standard. And that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you for watching. Blue Rupee. Hope you enjoyed. And until next time. Oh, by the way, we can use our Skyward Strike anytime. But I'll get more into that next time. So, see you guys next time, where we will go to the bazaar, actually. See what's in there, and maybe start heading towards the surface. So, see you guys then. 500 rupees.